Hey guys, welcome back to Outer Worlds. I'm Ciarasteina, and we are heading into either rescue or kill the girl, Tamed Canid. There's a lot of bad guys in here. Oh, hi there. Tam Barvati, you're awesome. Can't aim with this gun, so it's kind of a meh. I'll take all these parts though. And there's pieces of Marauder here.
I don't know anybody.
Forgot about a shotgun. There's a lot of parts here. Oh, she's just standing right there. Okay, well, you hold tight for a second. Have I already been to that area? I don't recall. God, there's... Sorry, my upper lip's itching. Bits and pieces everywhere. Evicted. Oh shit! God dang it. Encumbered? Sorry. Why am I now encumbered? Because I got hurt? Is that why I got hurt? Let us sort. Let us sort. Okay. Break down. I don't think I need that. I'm keeping like 2 of everything just in case I get like a person. Oh, why can't I? Do I have to be a certain level to have that? I'm still over encumbered. Poster, first aid room key. Antique saber. Oh, that's quest stuff. Never mind. What is this? Music box. Okay, so why am I encumbered now? I think I just got injured, and so now I have an encumbrance. Yep, and now it's gone. I think. Yeah. But I am close to being over encumbered. So I'm going to have to sell stuff or do something. Do bullets count as weight? Hey, Zoe.
Wow. You put those marauders in the dirt quicker than the masked marketeer.
Oh,
Teach me your
God.
ways.
Go back to your people, little girl.
What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen. I'm great at clarifying. I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I
an
find?
aspiration.
But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them.
How are you
I don't know.
alive?
The vital processes that constitute the miracle of life are mysterious and unknowable. Oh, you mean around these guys? The marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. Yeah, must be my natural charisma.
Hmm. Are you a prisoner?
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit.
How'd you pull it off?
I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
I've got all the time in Halcyon.
Go back to your home.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
I just killed all your people. You should go back. People are worried.
I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me.
I don't want to spoil the surprise, so.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Also, he could carry on a conversation, unlike these hooligans. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Take care. Now get out of my sight before I change my mind and kill you. No! Jesus. Oh, they even hurt you from here. What's with all the bombs? God, I can't even sprint when I'm injured like this. No! Dang it. Can't move.
Great work.
I don't know what bit cartridges are. I'm guessing it's money. Oh, hi there. That's weird that that guy didn't get angry with me when I killed all of his friends. But okay. Alright, journal. I need to find a vendor. I don't think there's any vendors around here. I guess I can go back to town real quick. I'm getting to the point where I am gonna have to offload some stuff. Oh, hi there. Man, I can't shoot shit with that. Jeez. I hate that gun. Damn, Parvati, go for it.
That's the last of them.
Good job, Parvati. And now I'm over encumbered. Jeez. Sort. Does that one have a modification on it? It's got like a little diamond on it. So, break down as much as I can. These are heavy. Grenade launcher. I'm still in the beginning area, so I'm sure I'll find more stuff. Ooh, plasma cutter. That looks sexy. Let's see. I think it's like a rare or something. I can't tell. Maybe I have to be like part of the group to be able to use it. Oh, I think I have to be, yeah, a certain level to... No, because I'm level 3 and it still says I can't use that. I probably have a whole bunch of food I don't actually need. I'm not really using it. How do I heal Parvati?
Something you need? He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was
don't
doing.
think I passed that.
Like a puppy, kinda.
That boy is head over heels for
I'm
you.
just glad he's alive.
Aw,
That he's
she
okay.
likes him too.
I mean, when Mr. Thompson said he was fired, we all expected the worst. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him.
Aww.
You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vickers says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits.
Fair
You can
point.
tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vickers sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
Huh.
Fixing the universe is a job for somebody way better than the likes of me.
Oh.
There was a kind of a thing with a vending machine when I was 12.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
Sure, but folks got long memories around here. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know.
Uh-oh.
So I did my thing, and next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of 0G rolling out the front door and into the road.
Yeah, I chuckled.
It's not funny. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of 0G?
No, I'm not gonna be mean to her.
Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working.
He
here,
deserves
so
it.
I had to pay all the damages. Gross, still ain't.
Oh, poor dad.
I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment. That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
Okay. How do I heal you, though? Oh, she healed herself, apparently. I guess they just heal over time, and you have to wait. Oh, this one's open. Still looking for that third thing. Not sure where it's at. Doesn't give you any hints or anything, so kind of floundering around for it. I thought I'd been this way, but I guess not. I know there's a workbench over by his place, and I know there's vendors inside, but I don't know if there's vendors outside. Her avatar is not flattering.
Bring us honor, soldier.
Don't worry about the scout.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs?
I healed it.
Pulled its optic cables out its head case?
I made it better.
Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination.
Yeah, it's probably best.
You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer. A weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
I was gonna go back into the town anyway, so that's fortuitous. You hid your secret weapon in a lavatory.
Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter.
I'll let you know if I find it.
On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop. Go on.
I have questions for him. What exactly do you
I'm
do here?
Ludwig Miller, Associate Security Officer for Transportation.
Ludwig.
Officially, unofficially, strictly between you and me, I am the only thing standing between Edgewater and total annihilation.
Oh, nice. Again, don't mind me while I put on some more chapstick. Okay. Did this stuff
When I was little,
reload?
we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month.
Yeah, I've already done the modification thing. Let's see, repair. Let's see, repair all equip. Tinker. Can't tinker anything. Do things break down more like in a weapon crate thing? CS. Yeah, they do. They break down more in a thing. Okay. I'll just carry one of everything, I suppose. I don't know what's up with this one, but it's got a thing on it. Modify. Let's see. Actually, break down. It said I had. Oh, because of hers. Got it. So. Install mod. Can you take them out? Is that the only mod?
I love it.
Okay. So. Stealth skills. They're basically the same thing. What's this? Oh. Yes, please. I shall take that helmet. Okay, so these are the two things that we're wearing. Rebuilt mining gear, rebuilt mining gear. So, dang it. Yeah. These are only like 1 or 2 pounds, so I'm not totally worried about it. But I need a vending machine. Okay, you're in my way, dude. I need you to move. Thank you. Which other quests do I have to turn in? Find 3 volumes. Return to Grace. Turn in the medicine. I think I am going to turn into the girl. And I'm probably going to regret it. What's in there? Big ass mushrooms. And you can't put your weapon away with R. Haha. Why are you guarding this, dude? Okay, let me save this. Accept.
Somebody's been running around town raving about a colony ship. Plague must have gone into their brain matter.
Get some medicine.
Thanks. I'll see to it that this medicine gets to the people who need it. Here, something for your trouble. Nothing personal, but I hope we never do business together again. Don't want to make a habit of consorting with smuggler types.
Yeah, so she seems like a decent person. Charm? Never. That's harsh. Okay.
You do have some cheek on you. Lucky for you, I kept a little contingency fee in case you tried to negotiate with me. Somebody deserving. Silas on account of him being out in the cold. Amelia seeing how she's around people all the time. Anybody in the sick room? Oh, I'm an actuary. That means I keep tabs on a worker's living expenses. How much it costs to feed, clothe, shelter, bury, and replace your average human worker. Technically, I'm employed by the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources.
Doesn't it cost more to let them die? You know, companion perks. Cool. Parvati. Companion perk. Health, threat generated. 2 things a threat? Oh, one's down, one's up. And engineering. So she's a tank. Boisterous, that's hilarious. Let's give her... Let's just do engineering real quick. Apply, yes. My character, skills. Where's charm? I didn't see charm. I don't see charm. So I'll go ahead and put some in that. Okay, so apply, yes. I don't think I would, yeah, no perks. Okay. Vendor.
I've never actually been in here. Seems scary from the outside.
It's not scary, girl. Don't worry about it. Another workbench. Where would one find a vendor around here? Is there one on the map? Map. Vending machine. Cool. Actually, there's one right behind me. Going the wrong way. Okay. Is it in this building? Oh, might be. Yeah. At least I know there's some in here. There's. Alright, so sell junk. Oh, you actually have to. Wish you could just click on it. So I have lots of mods, but I can't put anything on anything. It's like I'm afraid to put mods on something if I can't take it off. Let's see. So these do have a weight. No, they don't. Okay. Weight. I don't know what, if anything, I want to get rid of. There's just too much stuff. Journal, codex, weapons, pristine items. Diamond. Okay, so that's what they are. Modifications. Install your mod for select the item you wish to upgrade, then choose what mod. Mods can't be removed. Okay, good. I looked that up. Tinkering. With science skill, you can upgrade armor and weapons at a workbench, raising them by 1 level each time. Okay, so can I... Is there a workbench around here I can use? Duh, across the way. Right where I was. Ooh.
Got it. Inside voices.
Inside voices. Okay, so that's not the workplace. This is the workplace. Tinker. Let's see what this does. Accept. Accept, sure. Might as well raise hers up. Since that's a nice little weapon. She can still use it, right? I don't know what level she is. I'm only 5. So hopefully she can still use that. I kind of want to use the assault rifle, and it's in pristine condition too. So assault mod, toughened. Okay, so thug kit. I don't want to use any mods right now because I don't know what's what. Okay, so let's see. Journal, quests, divert power. All right. Off we go to wreck the day. Oh, you're not that far away, actually. Okay. How am I doing on gear? Okay. Still have 96 pounds on me, but it's better than nothing. animals. Oh, hi there. Damn, Parvati.
That's gotta hurt. That's the last of them.
Well, no, she can use that weapon still. I don't feel bad about upgrading it. Oh shoot, that's right. I need to go to the canteen into the lavatory. Sorry, my bad. At least everything's pretty close together. It's not like the hinterlands in Dragon Age Inquisition where it's like, oh, I forgot to do something. See you back there in like half an hour. Cantina. Where's the cantina? Well, it says cantina. Where is said cantina? Right here? I don't know if this is a cantina or not. Oh, it's cannery. That's cantina.
Almost lost a finger in the cannery.
Here?
You're not
Yeah.
a big drinker, are you?
Read the latest report.
No.
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
Do I have to have the... Oh, it is there. Oh, there it is. Okay, what was that
It's
though?
cannery. Don't go knocking your work. At least we've got one.
What did I pick up? A mod? Man, I have to go all the way around. Wonder if enemies scale with your level. I don't rightly know. Hey, Ludwig.
Bring us honor, soldier.
Found the package you mentioned.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing
Yeah.
unit. Designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
So is that a mod? Sounds like fun. What's next? How do I use it?
There's a workbench right through this door. Attach that unit to your favorite weapon and go forth into glorious battle.
Yep,
It's
it's a
time for you to
mod.
journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant.
Coincidental, we're going there anyway.
Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
I already have one. Yep.
I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my Gross incompetence with all matters related to security. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
How am I supposed to get it?
There's the rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries. So you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're gonna have to find an intact model somehow.
Yeah.
I don't reckon so.
Really?
I work with gears and pistons and such. Stuff you can put hands to. Computers and mechanical brains are outside my ken.
You know, she names the mechanicals she fixes. Calls them Bess and Clancy and so on. You keep a careful eye on her. Could be a sympathizer.
Oh, goodness. So what are you planning?
Don't tell anyone, all right? I've got a contact. A real expert in the inner workings of the automaton. We are gonna rip those mechanical secrets right out of their circuits. Well, excuse me. What I meant was I'm going to get a contact. Didn't know I had to
think
be all
at
prissy
first
about
it
my
was
grammar
saying
around
that,
you.
like, it was leading it along, but now it's kind of like you don't know if you have the best perception, or at least that's what it looks like. Because before it would say, like, perception 10 or perception 20 or something like that. Now it doesn't say anything.
If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
Why, thank you. I'll probably put it on my machine gun. If I can put the right damn gun in my inventory. Let's see, 133. What is this? Is that just an effect? Is that what it is? Let's see. I think it's just an effect. Okay, so this one we will install mod zap. I don't know which way it's supposed to go. Oh well. Install mod. All right. So that's level 5. Tinker. Accept. Breakdown. Break that down. There's 2 of these still. Break that down. Oh, another one. Oh wait, that's one I'm wearing right now. No, it's not. Value to weight ratio. That's an interesting one. We'll do like weight. Okay. Alrighty, so I put on this gun, right? Hopefully it works correctly. These. Sorry for traipsing all over your dead. Primal behemoth. Dare I? I dare.
Down they go!
Oh, where'd you guys come from? They burrow?
Got 'em all.
Okay. Don't know what these are, but sure. I'll take their hides. Oh, a cave? Lights. Oh, damn it.
Easy.
Huh. Search a collector's domicile. What did I just get? Inventory. Journal of M. Bacchanal. Oh, isn't that what the vicar was looking for? Is that what I just ended up doing? That's completed. Yeah, okay. Of course, it blew me up in the process, but meh. So, there's supposed to be mechanicals here.
System. Investigating.
I'm ready. Nice one!
This is working really well. Oh, and her weapon is also electronic. Oh, he's dead. Are there any more? This looks like I'm supposed to jump up here. I don't see anything.
Nice.
Mainly I'm lockpicking stuff, not because I need the stuff in it, which I'm sure some of it's useful anyway, but it does give me XP, so. Oh, these guys are dead. Oh, another vending machine. That's good to know in case I get over encumbered. Corporate commander. See if these mechanicals had anything. I like have been leveling up my sneak and I'm like not even using it. So I'll probably start putting points into guns stuff. Why is that? Can I blow those up? I mean, I don't want to, but my reticle turns red, so. Alright. I can't go in there. Why can't I go in there? It's kind of a bummer. Transition to geothermal plant. Let's see. Save game. Accept.
For me. The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
Sell junk. Sell junk. Still is a whole lot of crap. Name. Those are fairly. I guess I can get rid of level 1 guns. Breakdown, yes. Oh, I got a new thing. Level 17. Oh, nice. Stealth skills -5. Dodge +5. That might be good on Parvati. Okay. That's a pristine helmet. I don't know what the difference is. Probably just worth more. Yeah, it's worth twice as much.
Here they come!
Shoot.
Ah! That's the last of them!
Was it though? Something tells me it wasn't. Access file 01. Spacer's Choice property. I had to borrow your copy of Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanic, blah, 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 to the repair base. So the third one is in here. Okay. Chaos everywhere. Mechanicals gone haywire. Gunfire. Hearing some screams. Oh, law. I think that was someone's leg. Would like to leave early for the day. Please deduct delinquency fee from my pay. Thank you, proud member of Spacer's Choice family. I don't think he made it out, poor guy. So it's probably like in the bowels of this area, so we're gonna have to basically clear the whole area. Oh well. Where do we have to go? Up or down? So I'm going up.
Sit down.
Fine, give me something good. God, lots of.
Oh, clever.
Really? No, that's it? Oh. Let's see, messages. From Spacer's Choice to Braden. Get it together, Miss Braden. This letter serves as an informal notification of our company's displeasure towards your management of the Emerald Vale geothermal plant for reasons related to exceeding your staff budget in your latest quarterly report. Please select 5 subordinates to be dismissed immediately. Additionally, please contact our office to schedule your official reprimand at your earliest convenience. Failure to schedule your official reprimand will result in official reprimand. The Spacer's Choice family would like to collectively remind you that working for Spacer's Choice is not a right, but a privilege. Yeah. From Jaden to Spacer's Choice. To the esteemed members of the Emerald Vale Development and Oversight Committee, I hope this letter finds you wealthy. After due consideration of your last letter, I have identified and terminated no fewer than 5 subordinates who were unable to provide sufficient justification for their ongoing employment. I would like to remind the Oversight Committee that while most of Emerald Vale has failed to meet its production and output quotas, particularly our agricultural and fishing canning departments, neither of which are anywhere close to profitable, the Emerald Vale geothermal plant remains committed to providing cheap, cost-efficient power to the entire region. Regards, Judo Braden. Miss Braden, we have investigated the claims made against the profitability of the greater Emerald Vale region. Our offices agree with you. Agricultural and fishing canning have experienced a steady decline, while the Emerald Vale geothermal plant remains somewhat profitable. Our offices are currently investigating ways to implement additional cost-saving measures, which will ultimately lead to a leaner, more streamlined, more efficient geothermal power plant. Please be informed that Spacer's Choice Development and Oversight Office has taken a significant insurance policy against Emerald Vale geothermal plant. That's suspicious. The office would like to assure you that the insurance policy is a standard procedure. Do not attempt to interpret, understand, or otherwise extrapolate meaning from this decision. Wow. As special courtesy, we have deployed a proprietary team of engineering specialists to the Emerald Vale geothermal plant. This team of specialists has been instructed to refit and upgrade the plant's population of auto mechanicals free of charge. Thank you for your cooperation. Interesting. Did I do all the messages? Yes, I have. Wow. Wow. So they took out insurance and then caused all of the auto mechanicals to go haywire. At least that's my theory, and they can't stop me from having a theory. I don't work for them.
Unexpected security.
Oh, hi there.
We made it!
Oh, hello. Why is save the game again? Don't want to do 2 saves. But why is it say over down here? Die robot. Let's see. To Chief of Security, Chester Higgins again. That whole head found him fiddling around in one of the mechanicals, so I had to write him up for tampering with company property. Just in case I'm reading this a couple days from now and feeling bad for what I've done, let me just remind myself that I've warned him before. He's always been a little crooked in the skull. He was working on some logic module I confiscated. It should be in my lockaway room for the foreseeable future. Doesn't sit right with me. Company's been replacing our guards with automechanicals. At this rate, I'm going to end up chief of security with no staff. Just a small army of mechanicals knocking about, guns pointing every which way. Company tells us they're safe, programmed to treat us humans like their own. People are liable to break down, but an automechanical never will. I don't know. Doesn't sit right with me. But the company's never been wrong before, I suppose. Worse has happened. Mechanical's gone crazy. Locked myself down here just trying to gather my courage. Gonna make a mad dash for the control room. Might be able to shut things down. Will delete this entry if I ever return. Automated message. Greetings, security. This is automated message initiated by Spacer's Choice Worker Safety Contingency Protocols. A security lockdown has been initiated. This is not a test. Your behavior during this lockdown will be reviewed during your quarterly audit. Anxiety is a common side effect of life-threatening situations engendered by security lockdowns. Fight back against anxiety with an ice-cold bottle of Zero-G Brew. Zero-G Brew, an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh my god. Exit.
I wish I could do that.
You can. Have faith in yourself.
Great work.
Oops, sorry. I still need to find that book thingy. Lots of mods. And there's a mechanical down here.
Don't mess with us.
Another one. Oh, poor guy. Now that I have lots of different mods, I should mess around with them. Oh, this place is bigger than I thought.
Hold.
That's smart. That's the last of them.
Got it. Heads down.
I don't know what I just did. What did I just do? repair bay terminal access. Mechanics log. Corporate just sent a team of technicians to conduct a complete refit of all of our mechanicals. Every sentry and drone. It's not my place to say so, but doesn't this run contrary to Spacer's Choice mission of being as cheap as possible? Just in case I'm audited, I would like to formally express how grateful I am to be part of Spacer's Choice family. Spacer's Choice is a leading brand in affordable sundry across Halcyon. It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's Choice. Just finished a routine maintenance on our mechanical sentries. I found some strange modifications to their logic modules. I haven't had time to run a diagnostic, so I don't know what's been modified. All I know is that these modifications were introduced in our recent refit. Company went through the trouble of refitting every single mechanical in the plant not long ago. Guessing this was the work of those visiting technicians. I filed a report, but my supervisor told me not to worry about it, so the company knew what it was doing. Ordered me to forget about any alleged modifications to the logic modules. Decided to do a little bit of sleuthing on my by my own self. Got my hands on a logic module. Time to do a little experimentation. Let's see. Hastily written note. Borrowed a copy of the, I think it's down in the pit. Okay. So just keep going down, I guess.
Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational. It's not the best choice. It's the Spacer's choice. Hostile actions towards Spacer's choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive. Conclusion: all hostile automechanicals must be defective
This one
in
hasn't
compliance
been
with
given
Spacer's
the
choice
logical
policy.
thing.
All defective automechanicals must be permanently dismantled. Please allow me to assist. Affirmative. Mechanicide protocols.
Mechanicide.
Loaded. Awaiting confirmation.
Sure. So now I have 2 followers. I still have another enemy over there. Well, there's a lot of enemies over there. Oh, that's cool.
No, 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 just leave me alone.
But by the time
Not
this
real.
guy does
You're not
everything.
real.
Okay, what was down over here?
Gosh, that's
Workbench. Let's see. Yeah, I'll tinker with it. Oh, that should go to, what's her name? Pravati. Oh no, she still is using the one-handed melee, so I'll keep that on her. Wish it would say which one has this thing in it. I don't see a single one. Oh.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
I'm guessing can't go that way.
Required protection unit.
Everyone all right?
I don't know what I'm doing for sure, but I'm just kind of going around. Steam distribution. Shut off steam. Exit. Cool. Is this considered the pit? I mean, where's this thing? Tossball cards.
Get away!
Hey, you. God, that looks cool. There's obviously somebody still alive in here.
Get away! Get away! You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot! Scram!
I'm real. Sneak, I wasn't trying to startle you. Most people don't see me coming.
Most people? But I'm the only one left. No. Remember your first rule, Higgins. No arguing with the Phantoms. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
You're eating sprats?
Of course. Sprats are an excellent source for my daily recommended intake of mercury.
Mercury?
Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant. I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
Right.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
I can deal with the mechanicals.
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Mechanicals follow the behavior of their logic modules. Someone tampered with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Do I even need to do this? I think I...
The tail. Definitely start with the tail.
What?
If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy.
Oh, he's talking about the rat things. What happened to this place?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
As usual.
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
I wonder how long this has
Braised,
been down.
boiled, charred, skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of brain food.
God, they talk so weird in here.
I specialized in automechanicals,
Yeah. Oh,
drones, sentries. Repaired them,
it wouldn't let
maintained,
me just
upgraded.
exit out.
Did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Is this the pit? I mean, oh, here it is. Yay. Okay, so let's find the quests. Optional, reprogram the mechanicals. Okay, it does give us both of them. They're still up a level, so. Up another level. Okay, so that's that. Modify behavior. Select new mode. Automechanicals in the facility have been mandated to remain in guard mode. Any attempt to alter the setting is punishable by company law. Selecting target. Define intruders. Define intruders as space choice automechanicals. Sure, might as well get the extra points, I guess. I think everything's dead already, so it doesn't really matter. Bard. Where's a bard? Oh, there are more, but they're shooting at each other. Fine with me. Alright, so need to go that way. I'm so lost. Bard again. I did open it, didn't I? Well, I know I'm heading in the right direction because I think I have to go up here. Oh, wait, right there. Derp. Let's save. One last one. Redirect power. Plant status. Redirect power. All 3 track switches. Okay, guess I'm not done. Okay, how do I get there? Oh, this is confusing. I just want to transfer the power. Why can't I? Where's a map of this place? No. 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 Okay, so it's on the 5th floor. Okay, don't need that. It's on this level, but I can't get past here because it's barred. Then go through here, here, up, and around. If it's not barred. Maps are not exactly that helpful. It is barred, okay. So I'm gonna have to go down. Now what? Go up and around like that? That's where I just came from. This is frustrating. It's one of those, haha, you haven't discovered everything. Dang it. Okay, so this is floor 5. About floor 4. So let's see. Oh, that's bathrooms. Can I go up this way? No, I've been here before. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to, like, go down. Like, way down. Okay, I haven't been in here yet.
Look at us!
I'm over encumbered. Dang it. Let's see. So Q for breakdown. Okay, so it's over that way. Oh, that guy is not going to be the head of a corporation anytime soon. Yay. Can unbar that. Don't know what good it does.
The last.
I can unbar that. So I can stop being absolutely frustrated. Yay. Of course I went the wrong direction. There we go.
Once we do this, there's no going back. Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
Let's see.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements.
So
There's
she
barely
doesn't want
enough
me to
saltuna
send
to fill our
those.
bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the
Can't
only
say
way they
no
know
to
how.
that face.
They don't deserve to be punished. Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive.
See, that's what I
I hate to
believe.
say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
like
I felt like I
divide
had to
and
say
conquer is not going to work with this. Let's see. I like hearing from you. I was barely listening to you.
something. Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Alright, save game. Redirect power. Continue. Redirect power to Edgewater. Let's see what this screwed up. Now, how the heck do I get out of here? It goes this way, right? Okay. Oh man, this is like a mechanical graveyard. And a marauder graveyard. Oh, hi there. Orthrus? Guess this is why I needed to level. Oh my god, he had a lot of stuff on him. Okay, where am I going? Fast travel to Botanical Lab, sure. Okay, so before I talk to her, I want to talk to everyone else. Quest. Turn to Thomas. Oh, tab. Let's see. Why not? Do that, and then handguns. Oh. Might want to apply that. Continue. Perks. I haven't really used the time dilation. That's probably gonna be important. So let's see, Parvati. Oh no, no perks available for her yet.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead.
Yep, get all the data
No
pads.
kidding. Really? Well, which one?
The last one.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible.
Yeah, it's completely
You really went
coincidental that I
exploring
was
down
in.
there? Adelaide always told us
Yeah,
it was swarming
completely
with hostile
coincidental that
mechanicals.
you lost power after I was in the geothermal plant.
All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit. What's on your mind?
Let's see.
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
Okay. And then there was... Return to Grace.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild canids, on the other hand.
I have talked to Zoe into coming back.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
Something about wanting to be an outlaw. I'd rather not get into it.
You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
I'll leave you be. Stefan.
Zoe says she fought her way out of a marauder camp with her own bare hands.
Of course she did.
Nothing. With the power gone, we've got to conserve our supplies.
Deserter. 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 Thomas ever talked to. She's just off by herself over here.
Home is where the heart is. Marauders took that saying a little too literally.
Alright. Let's talk to her. See how pissed off she is.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are. Chopped
Sounds
you
like
into
a
pieces
voice
and
actor
roasted
from
you on a spit.
Fallout.
This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
Reed needs people back.
You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas.
I just did.
Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
You're being unreasonable. What happened to you? This anchor has come. Let's see.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to
Yeah,
fall
we
sick.
suspected that.
We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
I'm willing to deal with Reed for you. Or you're being unreasonable.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos?
Chaos is always good.
Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together.
I need some help convincing him.
Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses.
Oh.
I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years.
That's where they've been
Marauder,
going.
worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
True.
Edgewater
Yeah.
Cemetery's got corpses aplenty. Enough for a generation's worth of crops.
And then there'll be even more. Convince the deserters to return. Yay, okay. So I need to talk to Thomas.
Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what to do is all.
You won't survive. Blah, blah, blah.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
So don't work at the cannery. You want to be an engineer.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me.
She's the
Not
one
in
that sent me
100
to you.
years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater, and I'm as good as dead to her.
Why is that?
Adelaide hates Edgewater, hates everything Edgewater stands for.
Oh, I kinda already
Hates
know
what that
this.
town does to people. What it did to her. We're the nearest she's got to kin. We go back to Edgewater, we may as well have stuck a knife in her heart.
Stay put. I'm gonna try to talk Regan stepping down.
You know where to find me.
Okay, I should go. If necessary, I can always come back here and tell him to just leave.
I don't know what you did to talk some sense into Zoe, but I appreciate it.
Nothing left for you here. Go back to Edgewater.
The matter's been weighing on me. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. Who's to say I could keep marauders from slipping in? I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to admit it. We're gonna have to make our peace with Thompson and hope he takes us back. Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's not gonna forgive us. She never talked to us again.
Thomas told me the same thing.
Edgewater's not just a town to Adelaide. It's a symbol of everything that's wrong with this colony. A big, heartless machine of metal and gears grinding workers down to dust. We're the closest thing Adelaide's got to a family. We go back to Edgewater, she's gonna feel betrayed.
Don't do anything hasty. Let me see if I can get Regan
Sure,
to stepping
suit
down.
yourself. I'll be here.
Okay, so let us fast travel. Nope, nope, nope. Back. Why is that green? Journal. Remove read from Edgewater. Accept. Yay, fast travel. Woohoo. I don't like him in charge of Edgewater anyway, so hey. Kills two birds with one stone. Since this place needs to be refreshed. He's obviously running this place into the ground. That armor is like awfully familiar. It does remind me of armor from Dragon Age Inquisition.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water.
Yeah, too bad you're not
I
gonna
trust
like
Adelaide's
it.
people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts? Go ahead.
We need to have a word about this
Can we
plague.
not? Talking about unpleasant things always gets my bile up.
You withhold medicine from your
If I
workers.
had enough medicine to treat everyone who fell sick, I would, but I don't. I can't save everyone. So I have to choose.
You let Adelaide's son
Adelaide's
die.
son was barely competent. I treat him with our medical rations, and it looks like I'm playing favorites. Now, I will not pretend to understand the suffering Adelaide must have felt on account of losing her child, but she is not the only one to have felt such suffering. I wish she had stayed with us. Adelaide left us when we needed her most.
How long has it been
That
happening?
I cannot say. There was no moment when the plagues began. Disease always lurks on the fringes of society, waiting to infect the idle and the lethargic. But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become progressively worse and increasingly frequent.
Should have developed an immunity after repeated exposure. That's true, yeah.
Corporate doesn't like us using the word should. It encourages the imagination.
Heaven forbid you use
I
your
believe plague is a
imagination.
test. It is a test of our loyalty and our fortitude, and it is one we will see through to the end. Go ahead.
Something else? Take a look around.
It is my
I'm
job
trying to
keep
convince
two
him
eyes on
into
my
leaving
town. I am the
willfully.
steward of this place, and this is my watch post.
Yeah, well, it sucks. Your town's falling to pieces.
I wish you wouldn't say things like that.
You disagree?
Yes, as a matter of fact. When I stand at my window and look out over my town, here's what I see. I see decent, loyal, hard-working people. I see a family. We are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all doing what we were brought into this world to do. This is a Spacer's Choice town. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. The company keeps us warm, keeps us fed, keeps us working. Loyalty's got nothing to do with it, friend. This is good old-fashioned gratitude.
Yeah, right.
I'm trying to remember 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting altogether. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon to horizon. We were a sprawling town. We were booming. Times change, people change, but the veil will always be here. Spacer's Choice will always be here. Our work won't ever end. I take comfort in that.
Something
Go ahead.
else.
That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide and her folk will see their way past my flaws and return to town.
This is an ugly place to live. Of course, people are going to walk away.
Nature is uglier. There is safety here. Safety and purpose. But not all of us see that. And I cannot force that vision upon them. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on.
You and Adelaide have a personal history.
Losing Adelaide was the hardest. She was our only flavor specialist. When she walked away, I knew we were in trouble. Spacer's Choice Salt Tuna is renowned across the system for its quality flavors and additives. We used to sell citrus-flavored salt tuna in our heyday. Ever since Adelaide left, we have been reduced to selling unflavored and spearmint.
Ew, spearmint?
Go ahead. Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline
Ew.
inedible.
That sounds disgusting.
Were it up to me, friend, I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by, what with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
So what are you canning here
Oh,
exactly?
we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect. to any but the prissiest of palate. Go ahead. That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. Nature is ugly. Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Can we?
How do I get him to leave? Let me see if I can. Oh, I have to be outside the town probably. Oh, region. Oops. Sorry about that. Let me see if I can talk to Adelaide. Because her people want to return.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
Okay, leave without her.
Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what to do is all.
Leave Adelaide behind.
I expect we got no choice. Edgewater needs us back, and loath as I am to admit it, we need Edgewater. You okay with this, Grace?
My affairs are all settled. Thanks for helping me with Zoe.
Just give us some time to gather our personals and say our goodbyes. If you run into Reed, you tell him we're coming back, yeah?
Not how I wanted that to end.
Look at that. Good for them. I'm glad. Back to the old cannery with Grace and Thomas and Stefan and all the others. I expected it'd end like this. Lived out here for years all by my lonesome. Only right that I'd die the same way. I expect you've done enough for the Vale. If you don't mind leaving an old lady with her thoughts, I'd be much obliged.
It's not too late.
It is too late, and I'm tired of talking.
Okay. Not how I wanted it to go, but there was no choice for me to remove him unless I just chose the wrong options or something.
Another day at the cannery.
Something got you down?
Nothing.
Why can't I go up? I'm supposed to go up. Return to read. Okay, well, I'm here. Oh, because it was all the way at the top already. I might actually shoot him if I can't get him to leave peacefully.
I appreciate what you've done for us. That's good enough for me. Adelaide and I have a history. Was unlikely she'd ever come back. But hope springs eternal. We are in your debt. I am authorizing you for a discount on all official Spacer's Choice products, courtesy of the people of Edgewater. By all means.
Let's see.
Thomas Kemp? I remember him. Had to write him up for daydreaming a few too many times.
He tries real hard, Mr. Thompson. This is something he wants to do. That'll make him twice as good.
I will give him a chance to impress me. If he knows his way around a toolbox, I may have a place for him in the Holcomb workshop. I do. Grace Romero, wasn't it? Brusque, truculent, never seemed to care much for cannery work. Protecting a camp from marauders is no small task. I'll see to fitting her out in a guard's uniform. This whole fiasco is not one I am keen on repeating. I was too hard on my own workers. I pushed them to their breaking point. With more hands at the cannery, I expect productivity will rise. I expect we'll grow. And I expect I can ask corporate to send us some more medicine. We'll survive, one way or another.
Alright. Save game, new save. Make sure there's 2 saves here. Then I'm going to, because I've heard that you can just shoot anybody and everybody. So, I'm gonna.
Are you out of your mind? You just killed him.
Killed who?
A favor? You just made me an accomplice to murdering my boss. I can't. I need to leave. I need to get away from here. I need to get away from you.
I was trying to protect you.
You killed Mr. Thompson for talking down his nose at me? You got a real twisted sense of chivalry, you know that? Let's just move on. I couldn't forgive myself if I let you loose upon the Vale unsupervised.
But can reads key. To whom it may concern, if you're reading this, I'm no longer the outpost administrator of Edgewater, whether through shedding of my mortal coil, through natural causes, or through early retirement. Doesn't really say anything. From corporate. Additional building materials denied. Jeez. And again, I am full. Alright, so let's try seeing if this actually had any say-so on the botanical lab.
Leave me be. Got
Nope,
nothing to say
it
to you.
didn't. so load game. I know there's a way to make them work together. For some reason I can't seem to get it, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause it here, and I will play around and see if I can figure something else out, and then start recording from then for the next video. So I will see you guys in a bit. Take it easy.